Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Game 2, our final match of the day for the WePlay.tv Dota 2 League. I'm LD, he's Luminous, and Game 2 is about to get underway.
Alright, so the draft going well so far. RoX.KiS playing on the dire side. They need to win this game, and if they do, they will be likely the second place, maybe even the first place finisher of this group.
Yeah, you win this game, you're 6-2 in the group, and I think you're guaranteed to advance at that point.
Yeah, and starting in the group, we saw Fnatic, you saw Na'Vi, and then everybody else. You're like, oh yeah, that's the clear-cut favorite. But
Are they already guaranteed to advance? I think they are. Because there's a 4-4 team, they're going to be 5-3, even if they lose this game. Na'Vi's 4-0.
Fnatic could still. Oh, Fnatic at best is 5-3.
Yeah, so at best, at worst case scenario, RoX.KiS ties with Fnatic, and then it would come down to a tiebreaker, or maybe even a tiebreaker match.
Okay. So what we see out of here is Shadow Demon and Spirit Breaker most likely playing the 2 support role. Nature's Prophet off lane, Nyx Assassin solo mid against OD, and just whatever they pick as the carry.
Yeah, and I mean, Anti-Mage sort of the obvious choice since you already have a Prophet and you have a Shadow Demon. He's a bit vulnerable to these Fnatic heroes. They do pretty well against an Anti-Mage. They
actually banned out Gyrocopter. Anti-Mage is a very good carry. It's just I'm afraid if there's an early game push coming in, Anti-Mage can't really frontally engage. He'll just split push.
And against OD and Lifestealer work well against Anti-Mage. A lot of damage.
Oh,
Invoker.
Okay.
Look for some big Sunstrikes.
Safe lane Invoker?
Exhort Invoker here.
Yeah, safe lane Exhort Invoker.
I love this. They have great setup. Disruption into an Impale.
Or Charge.
Charge to initiate. Sprouts to set things up. Fnatic do not have any blinks or real mobility skills to speak of.
All they have is Astral, which is a way to kind of make things a little bit complicated.
Or maybe a way to set up a Sunstrike.
Sure. It is 4 seconds, so it is a little bit more difficult time than a Shadow Demon Disruption, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the interface does show like a countdown thing.
Does
like
it?
There's like a little circle, so you can sort of see when it's about to end.
Oh, you mean the Sunstrike?
For Astral.
What?
Yeah, there's like an animation.
I thought it was just a big swirling ball.
You've never seen that?
No, whenever I'm trying to do that, it's like 1 Mississippi,
it's still hard because your natural instinct is just to time it. But yeah, there's like a little visual cue.
I never knew that. I'll look for it this game.
At any rate, what do you think Fnatic goes as their secondary support? Yeah, they banned Anti-Mage. I mean, they thought it was going to be an Anti-Mage Prophet, but RoX.KiS could catch them off guard here.
I think they have. I mean, Fnatic's kind of going through their draft.
And this could even kill an OD. Like an OD mid, if you charge him, and then Invoker cold snaps and
Sunstrikes him. I think you throw Nyx mid. You don't throw the Invoker mid.
No, I'm saying if they gank it.
Okay.
You just Sunstrike it. You charge from the safe lane, and then you follow up with the Nyx Impale.
Yeah, I think maybe they're looking at the draft and thinking, is Bounty Hunter okay on the off lane by himself? Whether they need to go offensive trial lane? And I think the answer might be yes, because can you imagine disruption into Sunstrike or disruption into cold snap? Excuse me. And a charge on top of Bounty. Bounty's just flat out dead.
Yeah. So, Fnatic taking a lot of time with this last pick. We already know who their 3 farmers are going to be. And just waiting for one more support.
Yeah. Waiting to see whether they want to go offensive or defensive try. And I don't know. I don't know if you want to... Okay.
Enigma. So they're just going to get flat out greedy.
Yes.
Greedy
and... Malefice is really good against Spirit Breaker.
And you can jungle kind of near where the mid lane is and protect the OD a bit.
Sure, yeah.
Lifestealer's not going to be an easy kill in the safe lane. Bounty Hunter off lane is definitely a possible kill, but you know the OD is really the one you want to protect. So run the jungle Enigma, and he'll be probably nearby if a charge and a gank does happen.
Okay. I hope this Invoker is not going mid, because it'll just be absolute food for OD. But it looks like he is going to run him in. BZZ is perfect. It's generally the mid player for RoX.KiS.
And on that note, let's introduce the teams. On the dire side, RoX.KiS 5-2. Not going to be undefeated, but making a strong case that they should be second place in this group. They win this game, they are in. If Fnatic win it, they then have to win 4 in a row to tie RoX.KiS. RoX.KiS on the dire side. Nexus going to be playing the Spirit Breaker. Dust already picked up for him. Pulled to him by Solo. Solo, great Naga play last game. Going to be playing the Shadow Demon this time around. Mid lane, it will be the Invoker. Handled by BZZ is perfect. Yol going to be playing the Nyx Assassin, but it looks like a support Nyx, and that puts your Nature's Prophet for Sedoy into the offlane / jungle. I don't really like putting the Invoker mid here.
What the hell are they... Yeah, what the hell are they safe laning? A Spirit Breaker? I guess that's the case. The dust is not purchased by him. A solo.
Invoker's just going to get destroyed in this matchup. You just can't do anything. Even with the Null Talisman and 2 branches, it's just not a good matchup. Now, I mean, the one way it can work is if they just keep on ganking OD constantly, like from like the 2-minute mark.
But you need level 2, and you need mana to cast that Cold Snap, which is 100 per pop. So.
And keep in mind, Sunstrike costs 200 mana.
Yeah, never mind. He's actually gone for Exhort at level 1, so he's not gonna get Cold Snap to level 3. So. This lane is
know what's funny is even with a Null Talisman being pulled to him and 2 branches, Hani has not been pulled at all. Hani still has more damage.
Yeah.
He still has 61 damage to the 60.
And that's with 3 Extort Orb.
That's how weak Invoker's laning is.
That's sad life.
Not to mention you just don't get to last hit sometimes. But if they leave Yol here constantly mana burning Hani, they can somewhat equalize the matchup.
Yeah, I think he's gonna drop another mana burn before leaving. Yeah, he's just gonna hang out there.
I mean, that's fine. Like, as long as they don't just leave Invoker alone, they'll be okay.
Yeah.
It's still going to be hard once Hani gets a bottle, and I imagine if Nyx is hanging around mid, he might be more inclined to do it.
Yeah, but that's allowing Bounty on the G top, you know? Just kind of going at it. Looks like Solo's going for a poison build. Very, very interesting.
This is a very interesting game so far. I didn't expect the Invoker to go mid. I did not expect a poison build either. So both teams a little bit... I didn't expect an Invoker pick, so pretty unconventional.
Alright, Mana Burn not going to come out. Alright, finally Yo does get off the Mana Burn. His job is officially done. He can now rotate back up top. And BZG hopefully could win this lane now 1-1.
Yeah, Hani is completely out of mana. Uh-oh. Servers might be dying. We'll have a pause. Looks like the players were lagging as well, but no harm, no foul. Nothing was really going on.
Okay.
So... I mean, in the mid game, if it's an even game, I like Fnatic's lineup much better. I guess the question is, can RoX.KiS capitalize on their great pickoff potential from like the 5 to 15-minute mark? They have lots of setup for Sunstrikes.
They do, but I just feel like Fnatic's going to get a little bit more out of the laning stage. OD, obviously, we talked about it. Despite all the mana burn, I think, and we both think they're going to win the mid lane. We have the bottle. No, the bottle is not flying in. Era's going to get absolute free farm. We've seen it TI through what he can do. With, you know, phase armlet drum, SMY, that kind of build. No-Tail's going to get a decent amount of level with pulling. Fly's going to get a ton of level with jungling, and he's going to be uninterrupted. The only kind of weakness in this lane is Trixie, but Trixie is going to get himself a decent amount of level, facing no disruption so far from the SD, and Nyx that doesn't even have Impel yet. So, like, how is he going to die to this tri lane?
Yeah, and I that's completely accurate. And I also think you made a good point earlier that... Not only, well, you mentioned Enigma's great against Charge.
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker has to be the one setting up ganks because your Shadow Demon is just not going to get that much farm as a support, and your Nyx spending all this time mid, slowing down that OD means Yol isn't going to be 6 anytime soon. So Spirit Breaker's trying to charge somebody. Malefice or Disruption are both, or Astral Imprisonment are both great ways to deal with it.
Yeah. I guess in one way you can do it is just smoke in, disrupt, Soul Catcher, and let the Sunstrike do the big bulk of damage, and then you... I guess poison and right click and get that kill, but that's a lot less reliable than just a charge straight up in. You know, they do have the Prophet teleporting in for a pick off as well. Let's not forget about Sadoy, but Sadoy, if you look at him, he's not doing anything. I guess he's
been blocking the
camps. Yeah, but he's not gonna get experience.
Yeah, and ultimately once the Lifestealer gets his boots, and then especially if Era goes straight for the phase boots, which he normally does, he can just completely zone him out of the lane.
Yeah, I like the fact he's picked up a Quelling Blade first. You know. A lot of players are like, yeah, I don't want to get Quelling Blade. Calling Valve Corner with a complaint.
I'm sure they will take it under advisement.
Yeah. They'll put them on hold first.
Johann Sunstein. Not happy. And I think the big thing for Fnatic here is just that their lineup's a little more versatile. Like they have better team fight. They have the stronger 5-man. They have the track gold advantage. And I think they're going to scale better with farm as well. So for RoX.KiS, I think it is a bit gimmicky. But hey, sometimes gimmicks work.
All right, RoX.KiS
6 pulls for the win.
Asking for the wait instead of the remake. I wonder why. Do they feel like they have some sort of advantage somewhere? They're like, Invoker's got 2 last hit and 4 deny, guys. Don't remake against the OD. He's out. Hani's getting out CS for all things considered.
Well, that was, 2 mana burns. If
but
you
this is 72 base damage versus 66.
But he was, but he's also zoned off the lane. Like, he couldn't approach the wave for a little while.
Okay.
The other thing is, if he is out of mana and he's not able to use Astral, which he won't be able to until he gets a bottle, pretty much.
Right.
Then Invoker will actually get more damage, I think around level 3.
Yeah, if you keep
Once you have 2 points in Exhort. I'm pretty sure.
every point of Exhort gives you 11 more damage. 2 for the intelligence, and then 3
Yeah.
each.
And Hani's going to rank up, what, like another 3 damage or so? 3 damage or so from his increase?
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, I mean, it's certainly by level 5. By that point, Hani will have his bottle. But one Astral completely turns that around, so we'll see. Top lane, Trixie coming in. Solo, no dust or detection. Same for y'all, so...
No, Spirit Breaker has a dust.
Oh,
so,
yeah, that's
so
true.
he's going to be charging in, providing sight, and then as you get there, he gets it.
I'm surprised they're not charging. Now the courier's just sitting top. Oh, no! After the pause, the courier was just standing there.
Oh,
Must have gotten canceled. And it even had the sentry wards. And now on top of it, First Blood bottom lane, Era diving deep, and offlane Prophet already has a hard time against
body
Lester.
block from Tree and going against No Tail.
Barely. Needed one more tower shot to bring him down.
Sunstrike, by the way, is on cooldown, so... But I think he's going to keep providing sight, maybe for 10 more seconds? Oh, Mike, go that tree and please. No?
He could go for it. Sunstrike's cooling down in 5 seconds. I think he'll take a pot shot here, but will he hit it? That's the question.
No, he's not going to go for it. He'll be out of mana. But if you check out the base damage war, 79 to 73. All right, Invoker is doing okay. After
As soon as he gets his bottle, he's going to use one Astral, and it will be a different story, though.
All right, mid lane, though. Trixie, Invis up. Janata strikes coming right in, right-clicking. It looks like BZZ walked down the hill for a little bit. Body blocking coming in as well. Hani also missing attack. Sunstrike's going to come through. Trixie dropping low. Trixie is going to go down.
Nice salve.
What
There's
player.
a Prophet TP, but does he want to die for this? No TP. Our Prophet players today are just not...
No, man.
They're not going hard. They're playing it safe.
Sexy Bambo watching somewhere, shaking his head.
Face palming right
Yeah.
now.
Sexy Bambo's philosophy is get the kill, doesn't matter if you die, you get on highlight reel. It's worth.
Yeah, you get the experience, they don't.
Well, that's the strategic way to argue about it, but I don't think Bamboo cares about that.
Yeah, get kill, feel good.
Yeah, there you go.
Feel good for a while. Well, overall, RoX.KiS, they should be the ones getting these pickoffs. It's okay they're not now, but the big concern is that Trixie's getting good levels, and he might have track by the time RoX.KiS really kick into high gear. So, even if RoX.KiS gets 2 kills for one of Fnatic's, if it's a track kill, they'll be fine with it.
All right, Trixie teleporting up top does have the boots of speed picked up now. I don't think it really matters because the charge and dust is so good against him. But so far they haven't really made that initiation just yet.
Another horrible server lag
going
spike.
wonky
And
again.
another pause. Valve is groaning under the weight of hundreds of thousands of Dota players. And now RoX.KiS is okay with a remake. That is adorable.
They got the courier kill.
Yeah, that courier kill would not have happened without that pause, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. It seemed like the pause either stopped it from moving or he just forgot about it or wasn't aware it was getting unpaused. I'm not sure, but they're just standing there.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a remake for anybody that's wondering, so... Okay. So notice the difference in terms of skill build for our Spirit Breaker. Normally you just go charge and Greater Bash, but since he's going to be spending a lot of time in lane and not really charging away every second, he's going to go back to Empowering Haste for, just that maybe 1 point. You're probably going to max Greater Bash, I think, if you're playing the carry build.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to make your charge stronger. It just means the main thing is that you take a lot longer to charge.
Yeah.
And the stun duration's nice, but normally you're going to have a follow-up stun anyway.
Okay.
So, for the time being, I feel like RoX.KiS are under the gun a bit here, giving up 2 kills. Track Gold will come online probably in 5 minutes or so, maybe a little bit sooner. Enigma is the ticking time bomb of just a ridiculously fast jungler.
Calm down here. You're making it sound like a PL or Spectre. Taking time bomb. He's going to farm a mech, that's...
And then the game, you blow it wide
and
open.
then you win, You
Yeah.
farm a mech.
Easy win.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think this is a single server issue, but hard to say, I guess.
Robo problem.
It's also kind of dubious to remake when Fnatic is leading 2-0. So, do you think RoX.KiS is going to come back, or do you think Fnatic is going to keep the dream alive for another day, Lumi?
I think Fnatic's still okay. Like, losing 2 kills early, it's fine. It's just the mid game where track starts to happen, era starts to go big, continue to go big. I think that's where things get a little bit hard. But I prefer talking about that after the pause.
So how do you feel about Solo and his comment at the end of last game?
You know, I appreciate men that could
Poke fun at himself.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
because I don't think he'll asking when is Cyborg Meta became the leading.
He's busy casting some Staff Cup. I don't know if Matt's gonna be available.
We should be casting staff cups.
We should be playing Staff Cup.
Why aren't we playing staff cups?
Well,
What the hell's a BTS?
because we have WePlay. They wouldn't let Winter or Merlini play. So
Why not?
We'd have to just pick like random people who aren't really
Why not?
associated with BTS.
Because they're pro players.
Because they're former pros, I guess.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
No respect.
We're
for,
dodging. We're dodging.
No respect for N9 gods, former pro.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. I mean, if they're not eligible, he shouldn't be.
Well, I play with gods in pubs. I can tell you that not as good as Merlini.
Ooh, shots
fired.
Top lane. Oh, they wanted to charge the bounty hunter. We will unpause. We will resume. So now we're looking at an even game so far. Golden experience. Trixie is getting so much. I mean, they're pushing this top lane. They're not even going to damage the tower really, and he's already level 4. I love how he's pulling the creep wave. Even if he gets charged by Spear Breaker, I don't know if these supports will get in range in time to kill him.
Yeah, Spear Breaker without level 6 not going to solo kill him. And it looks like we are going to see a charge on No Tail. No Tail, well, what?
This is not how you play Spearbreaker. Not manly at all. Backing off, canceling his charge. Radiant's Courier will respawn.
Because Arrow was teleporting to the tier 1 tower. Maybe they saw the TP, so like, alright, gotta get out of here. And then Arrow just canceled the TP.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're going to pick Space Cow, you got to play him like a Space Cow. You can't play him like a ground cow.
I agree.
You got to go big or go home.
Exactly. Well,
Mid lane, Hani in a bit of trouble. Cold snapped up. 2 more hits. Perfect Sunstrike. BZZ. Well, it goes to Yol, but that was all BZZ there. Excellent initiation.
Yeah, nice stuff here. And showing that Invoker, keeping the dream alive for Invoker players out there. Why don't we see this hero more? Look at that sick play. And doing it against OD, too.
Yeah, got to keep it up. That's the tough thing, though.
Alright, meanwhile, back on the top lane is going to be No Tail. There's a charge. We're going to see some manning play. But Shuriken Toss going to cancel it. And now we're going to see a teleportation game coming from OD. It's going to be Nexus going down. And they might get a little bit more. Yeah, body blocking coming out against Yo. Clearly getting canceled. He doesn't even have Spike Carapace mana. And that should... Well, I say that. He's still alive right now.
Yeah, he's got it in 10 mana, but there's no disruption. He's going to take a fall. And all of a sudden, Trixie, level 5 and a quarter, not far off of getting track.
Yeah. You know, judging from how the game is starting so far, with Spearbreaker farming not working out, they got to lean on this Invoker quite a bit. And Invoker, especially with Exort build, is one of those heroes that could bring you back. His killing potential is absolutely huge in the mid game.
I just want to say I feel that was some sort of cosmic justice that Nexus ended up dying there. For canceling his charge the first time.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's Ice Frog saying, if you're going to play Spearbreaker, you have to play him like a man.
Alright.
Or like a cow, I guess.
Or like a man cow.
A man cow. Yeah. Well, gold experience. Fnatic up by 2,000. I mean, this is a really big game for them. If they lose, then RoX.KiS is guaranteed top 2. And Fnatic's out of the running. If they win, who do they still have to play? Have they played Na'Vi?
No,
mid lane.
They have not. Impaled Sunstrike right there. No cold snap just yet. There's a, Ice Wall on top. Hani's going to go down as well. Nicely played here. BZZ takes that one.
Yeah, good turn of events, and ultimately they are slowing down this OD quite a bit. Hani, accustomed to, he was expecting a 1v1 that would be a decent matchup, be it an Invoker or be it a Nyx, but it's a party in the mid lane, not to his liking, not at all.
Yeah, and BZZ, I wonder if he's going to be going for that 4-staff. I think Yule Scepter's probably the item you want to hear. Setting up your Sunstrikes and Meteors and things of that nature.
Meanwhile, Era just left unchecked. Already, Orb of Venom, Phase Boots up, 51 CS 7 minutes in. And you can see that they can't lane anyone against him anymore. Prophet can't lane there. At best, he just TPs out when the Lifesteal goes on him, but the problem is then he's not farming. So... Yeah. They'll send Shadow Demon there just to get some experience, but free farm Lifestealer, I don't know if RoX.KiS really have much to deal with him. I mean, in theory, they have some lockdown, but it's not a one-core lineup. Mid lane, we're going to have some aggression on BZZ.
Yeah,
big dive.
With the track coming in, they have so much more movement speed, but looks like a couple of orbs into regen, and he's going to be fine.
You see, if it was just a Lifestealer as the sole carry for Fnatic, I would say RoX.KiS could deal with it, because they have Demonic Purge, and they have a Spirit Breaker, the Greater Bash, the Charge, as well as the Nether Strike. Lots of ways to lock him down. But when you have also an OD and a Visage, who frankly is like a semi-carry as far as supports go with the amount of damage he does, I mean, I don't think that they have enough to deal with a free farm life stealer.
OD's got very little farm though compared to a regular OD.
I feel like he's gonna get track hold
He's
at some
got
point.
15 CS. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's awful now, but I just feel like at some point he'll get track hold.
All right, well, we'll see. He's gonna get some tower gold because Fnatic is looking to push down a tier 1 tower on the bot lane, and there's just no response. You just can't defend against the life stealer right now.
Is that intergalactic cow coming? No sign of it.
He's
I don't know. If you pick Spirit Breaker, it's just like there's better heroes just to sit and farm in the lane.
I agree.
So we'll see.
mean,
Maybe there's a timey window that is coming soon, but it's got to be soon.
If you pick a hero that wants to have some sick mid game impact and want to be in the center of team fight and want to farm a safe lane road, try Centaur. I mean, Blink Dagger, he's right there. He's stunning a couple of heroes, in fact.
Man, there was one great game where Centaur went like Radiant, Shivas, and Dota 1. I think it was a Pinoy game. It ended up, or maybe it was Chinese.
All right, back in the mid lane, it's going to be tracked, right-clicking away, and I don't think BZZ cares. In fact, he has backup. Here comes the charge going in. It's going to go on Hani, but they want Trixie instead. Trixie running very fast with the haste and completely outruns Sunstrike.
And they're turning around. They'll get 2 tracks off, but another strike. Trixie not respecting the cow. Will pay with his life.
So a man horse is a centaur, correct?
Yeah.
What about a man cow?
I don't think they have a name for
They
him.
don't have a mythical man cow beast. We gotta look that one up, man.
They have the Minotaur. But
That's a man bull.
yeah.
Okay.
So I guess it's close.
All right. Meanwhile, Era farming away. He's got his drums finished.
I mean, this is scary farm.
All right, let's quickly check out the goal lead. It's about 2,000 gold for Fnatic for how well they've been doing, taking down a tier 1 tower, shutting down multiple heroes. They're not really winning that hard. We're gonna see a charge going on the mid lane. Hani, well, he just used the Astro, so no defensive capability for himself.
Y'all, Trixie, everybody descending on the middle lane. Okay. And they're all here. I mean, Black Hole is ready for fly. He is pretty squishy. Here we go. Charge. They're going to catch Hani. Malefice to start. Now no mana for the ultimate. I don't know if he should have used Malefice here. Now in TP's to Doi. Hani's still healthy. They're chasing off. BZZ is perfect. Invoker isolated. Will be picked off. I think they got the track kill there. Meanwhile, Enigma falls as well. 1 for 1, but if you're trading against track gold, you're not going to be too happy. Astral, beautiful surround. Look for the stomps. They don't have any stomps. Now he charges out. Well played, but meanwhile, Solo, say hello to Era.
Solo, trying to deny. Nope, not going to work out there.
Well, he's going to give not quite 322 gold there, but pretty close.
All right.
Quite a few ducats, and they're still chasing. Can they get more?
Oh,
they're going to get more kills, too.
The birds are cutting in. There's one stun. The second stun's right there, and Era.
I think this is a double kill, honestly. Yeah. Nah, they'll just settle for 1.
Okay, Sador. What? All right. I was going to say.
They're playing with their food.
Yeah. That charge, that was so anticlimactic. It was like the perfect surround. It had Eidolons, birds, everything, and he's just like, yeah. Space Scout.
I'm not seeing it from RoX.KiS. I mean, I feel like we talked about Nick solo mid.
I believe on the balling Sunstrike going on Trixie. We're gonna see a disruption. Maybe Trixie dropping low. Trixie's gonna die to the poison. That's 1 kill. All right.
Not the smoothest play from Fnatic, but they are still pushing mid. This tower's in a lot of trouble. That's going to be the second tower of the game. In comes the Prophets, familiar stuns on the back lines. Well done.
It's a Dota, guys.
Still, the towers are falling, and that means, this is where your bounty hunter gets a lot more confident and aggressive, and where Era can really look to chase some heroes, dive them past the tier 2s, and set up some additional kills.
Man, if Rox.KiS loses this game, it's not his Invoker's fault. It's Spirit.
No. I don't think it's the Invoker's fault, but I do feel like putting Nick's mid, getting a fast level 6, and just running Invoker safe lane does more for you.
Yeah. And, well, the big thing for me, Spirit Breaker hasn't done a thing for them.
I just, it's not that the Invoker's played poorly, but ultimately he can Sunstrike from anywhere. He doesn't need to be mid, whereas, the Nyx could have a fast level 6. Top lane, they're diving Trixie. Rather, Nexus is, in comes your Sunstrike. It's going to go down. Woo! Trixie's going to live.
Poor man's shield. Blocking.
I feel like this is all just his fate after that one cancel charge.
One cancel charge.
This is the game. This is the game meeting out justice. And now they're gonna smoke bottom lane.
All right. Looks like they're gonna try to get a kill on Solo. Gotta get some. I guess 3-2-2. Let's get some gold. Right.
Meanwhile, but
no.
we're not even making an effort here anymore, Limmy. I think we need some new material.
Okay.
I gotta say. RoX.KiS, 3 heroes pushing the mid lane. You didn't like that, by my way.
That was pretty good.
Track? No Shuriken.
Uh-oh.
Should have Shuriken for. Oh, they got the Astral.
Astral's off, but you can't really go on that Invoker. Trixie's going to be there. Teleportation out.
Bottom lane. Huge engagement.
The charge going to come right in. Fly is going to be the target. Fly, can he get off that Maleficent? Salve's going to get canceled. He's going to just get blown the hell up.
Meanwhile, yeah, BZZ's totally fine. If Trixie comes out, gets cold snapped, and then Sunstrike, he's just gonna die.
Trixie is moving really fast. He's gonna have the birds helping him out as well. Immediately going back in Invis.
Look at that familiar damage. That is disgusting.
The bird's gonna have stun coming in very soon as well. BZZ's trying to join his team. Okay, he's gonna be fine.
And they're moving with track move speed as well. It's so ridiculous.
Alright, Eris now back on the top lane. He's gonna get his armlet very soon. It's gonna be TP. It's gonna be Glyph. They want to defend this one.
They still haven't used Black Hole, and they are gonna look to defend. Yo, under cover of Vendetta, will retreat out solo. Double familiar stunned up. Sunstrike to fly, and Deafening Blast, Meteor, everything calmly dodged by Fnatic.
Coming in from the back line. He's trying to track things up. It's gonna go on BZZ. That's gonna help Eris so much. One more right click. They do get one kill. Yo's gonna be next. Trixie. He needs mana. He needs 4 seconds. Don't kill him quick, guys. Give him the track. All right, there's a track.
Oh, he didn't have the impale. That would have been like a 5-hero impale, but no, not gonna happen.
2 track kills, tower defended, and suddenly it's RoX.KiS really in trouble. The goal lead 5,000 for Fnatic. This could be the beginning of a big comeback in the WePlay Group D. It's 0-3 right now, but could be 1-3, and eventually 6 and or 5-3 maybe.
All comebacks begin with a single step, or is it all journeys begin with a single step? Yeah. All comebacks begin with a single win.
1,000 mile because I don't know.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I actually know that one. Isn't that a Chinese proverb?
No, that's an LD proverb. I made that up myself.
Man, that's some deep shit.
So yeah, I mean, I just think like we haven't even seen the full potential of Fnatic's lineup. They haven't used the black hole yet this game.
Fly's got Blink.
Hani went for Midas, still hasn't really gotten an item that helps him fight.
Hani's went for Midas when he has 16 CS and like
comeback Midas.
All right,
I love the comeback Midas.
It's like a 10-minute Midas.
Especially in OD, because that hero just farms pretty poorly unless he's constantly in the lane.
All right, Trixie's got himself infested up. He's gonna all the Spirit Breaker charge. He's gonna get canceled. No, he's gonna let it go. It's gonna walk straight in for Yo.
Hello, Spirit Breaker. Goodbye. Easy kill comes mid, and he canceled his charge right before he got over the cliff.
Why?
Well, a little indecision there, and it seems like RoX.KiS maybe.
Oh no, they killed a creep when he was charging. I guess he was charging a creep on the bot lane, and he got killed.
Well, isn't it supposed to redirect?
But there's no other creep nearby.
Oh, it's not nearby. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's just. He just got sad.
They're gonna get a mech on. Even like the items RoX.KiS are going for, I feel kind of limit their ability to come back. Something like a mech on Sedoy. I still don't think they're gonna be able to team fight, even with a mech.
Oh, BZZ's in trouble. I hope that they didn't see the fact that he did not have. Oh, if he sends a Force Spirit, they know he's still inside.
Yeah, they know now.
Uh-oh.
Familiars come on over the top. 1 stun, 2 stuns. Where's the follow up? Nothing yet, but they need a lot of TPs.
Well, Trixie thinks.
Fly's here. Fly went blink. He skipped the mech.
Yeah. He's gonna be black going soon. They see Sunstrike being dropped. That's gonna get dodged. Charge gonna come out, and BZ's gonna survive a little bit. Definitely Blast slowing that one down. Blink Malefice, but here comes the Space Cow. He cancels it again.
This is such a disappointment.
Bruno
would be very unhappy with this Space Cow performance.
Man, the sadness. Meanwhile, back in bot lane, they see Sedoy. He does not have a Shadow Blade. He's gonna be trying to run away. Does Z-Spur have stuns? Yes, they do. Okay, stun. Alright.
Nicely done. Good patience. Now the track comes out. Sprouts will get canceled by a Sugar Toss and a Malefice, and they'll pick up yet another track kill. The trade is there, at least for a tower. They do get a 4-staff on solo. I mean, he seems to be finding his farm, even as a support, but ultimately I just feel like RoX.KiS aren't going to win this just by trying to farm up some utility items.
The 4-staff is actually really, really important, though, considering the fact you are up against Lifestealer, a very underfarmed OD, so until the OD start contributing, the 4-staff is going to help you survive. With that said, track kind of nullifies that.
Yeah, track, phase, drums, he's still going to be moving at like 450 move speed.
And he's going to be going Yasha, or at least Assange next, for the SNY.
Still yet to see a big black hole. And I feel like if we ever see a good one from Fly, it's not even a game anymore.
Yeah, to me, it's like one of those games that you don't need a black hole, you just Malefice, push. And that's what Enigma is kind of doing nowadays.
Now they're scouting out Roshan, the familiars coming through. 3 smokes purchased simultaneously. Everybody wants to go on the offensive. Who do you think's going to come out on top here?
I think with the element of surprise, Fnatic definitely will. They have better team fight. They don't have the mech yet, which, by the way, Prophet does now have. But to me, when you're infesting, when you're kind of using your track to your advantage, it should be fairly easy gank. Here comes that smoke.
Infest Bomb. They're going to blink Infest Bomb with Fly. I love this aggression. It's very risky. But they'll lead with the Visage, try and set things up. This could be huge. Blinks in, looks for the black hole, doesn't drop it yet. Now he unloads, catches out 3. They're all melting, but an Impale, a beautiful meteor. BZZ trying his best to turn it around. RoX.KiS, in the end, it's looking okay for them. They do end up killing Bounty Hunter, trading the Shadow Demon away, and Fly looking for one more, just a little bit late.
Man, Fly, there was a slight indecision there. He could have blinked, and that would have been a perfect 4-man black hole with Era right there infesting out. I guess he's like, wow, this is too good to be true.
Was he going to catch... I think there was one hero outside of range that might have been able to instantly cancel it, but in the end, he didn't catch them all anyway.
Yeah, so it just...
I mean, to be fair, this is why Enigma is normally not the vehicle of choice for Lifestealer bombs.
I like it, though.
You want him to be able to bide his time. I did like it.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty good stuff.
I think it's, you'd rather have the option of just waiting for a good black hole.
Okay, we do see Force Staff being picked up on Invoker, so a little bit more defensive of an item choice. Again, good against that Lifestealer, at least for now. But hard to deal with the fact that he is going to be the race card king. He is actually a max movement speed whenever he wants to be.
Yeah, that's kind of insane. And you throw a track on top of this, it's...
Yeah. Well, you can't go higher than 522, but if you can...
Well, it'll help to mitigate any sort of slows coming out.
Yeah. Which, against the Demonic Purge...
Yeah. Every little bit helps. Can they do Rosh? This is a very risky move. This is going to be 4 heroes getting double familiar stun. Imagine if they had Black Hole now, but they don't. Haste Room to be picked up by No Tail. You can sense a bit of desperation from RoX.KiS here, and I just don't think they can even contest this Rosh.
They're slowly working on it.
If they lose this is just game. They'll TP the Prophet in top, and they'll look to put some pressure and force a reaction, but ultimately I think Fnatic are the ones who can fight here.
Oh, Fnatic's just going deep on the high ground right now. They see Solo, Grave Chill slowing them down. There's a defensive Force Staff being used. The Birds not hitting it here either. The Birds don't die. I gotta say, No Tail's bird micro in this game has been pretty decent.
Yeah, it's very, very decent, to put it mildly. And I'm just looking at... I still feel like Fnatic is just not executing nearly on the level we expect from them after TI3, and yeah, this game is still looking pretty good for them.
Yep. All right, resummon the Demonic Convergence, get a little bit more damage. Fly, again, being that vehicle for the Invest Bombs, got the Blink, and now Ryo's going to come right in. He's going to bait on the Impaler, but a charge is going to come in as well. Trixie's going to get dusted. There's an Astro. They want to get the Roshan. Roshan dropping low. Looks like OD's going to pick up the Aegis, and now suddenly Spiritbreaker in huge trouble. Sanity and Slip gets dropped. Nexus gets trapped out. All he has to do is fight his way out of there, but he loses that fight.
Y'all 2-hero Impale. Hani dropping fast. Y'all's trapped, though. A few more nukes should be enough to bring him down. No Tail's got a full soul assumption. Low ground to high ground. Snipes him out. And now it looks like they're going to find that final kill. Aegis was popped, but BZZ is perfect. Will pay with his life. This should be a complete team wipe. Familiars, they don't care about your ice wall. Well, No Tail missing the stun. Just needs to auto attack BZZ, I feel. Well, maybe not. Oh, gets him. Just clips him.
3 seconds for the ghost. Oh my god.
Got him. Complete team wipe from Fnatic.
He had Magic Wand. He was going to survive that.
Yeah, that's a team wipe. Now they buy back on the Invoker. This might just be their last stand. Going for a few additional kills. Sunstrike off the mark. Solo getting harassed and driven off by the familiars. Blinking forward is Fly. Man mode, feed mode. And now Solo's like, well, thanks for the gold. I think I should get out of here, though. Era, he does drop the Open Wounds Rage as well. Yol.
Okay.
Just goes to undercover Vendetta.
Right
and meanwhile on the river, a charge onto No Tail. Is he going to get out? No, big bash. Brings him down.
Look at that goal he gained.
There's another strike. They can get Era, too.
Yeah. I mean, worse than Impale, Sprout, Tango out.
Oh, he couldn't get it off in time. Too fast.
Oh, Force Staff.
Oh, he wanted to infest, but he's actually going to end up just dying here, I feel. Yep, gets brought down.
Ooh, can they dust?
Is it a reverse team wipe? Is it going to be a reverse team wipe?
I've never seen a reverse team wipe before, but I think we're going to see one right now. Trixie's going to get caught the charge. Well, it's going to miss, but it doesn't matter.
That's some underwhelming coordination.
Bam.
Not a team wipe. The OD was top, but that's I'll call it basically a reverse team wipe.
Pretty much, yeah.
They did have to use quite a few buybacks, though.
Holy bejesus, what the hell is OD buying?
Oh, I thought he was going to go for the Rod of AUI 2000.
Okay, it's a value vid booster into a BKB.
It's okay against RoX.KiS. They have a lot of burst.
I mean, sure, I guess.
Also, just to correct myself, there was 1 buyback from the Invoker, so not a lot, but hey.
Everybody else
buyback.
just respawned because it was so short.
Also, one thing that I don't know if we caught it, I'm sure it was on camera, but for those who might not have noticed, RoX.KiS actually did get the Rosh kill. It was a snatch by Fnatic.
Okay.
So they got some gold, but and the gold graph is not that bad, honestly.
Yeah.
It's only a 6k gold lead.
I don't think RoX.KiS is out of this by any stretch of imagination. If you look at Spirit Breaker, he's going for the YOLO Acceptor? Question mark?
Question mark.
Is this really the Acceptor?
It's gotta be. Yeah, at this point it definitely is. Buys the Staff of Wizardry.
Alright.
I mean, in theory, Ags is amazing on Spirit Breaker. You have, what is it, an AoE Nether Strike, but...
And it has like a ridiculously short cooldown.
But in
Like
practice, I mean, you need a BKB against Cold Snap, Malefice, Shuriken Toss,
Wait,
Astral Imprisonment.
Doesn't that thing have like 1600 no, like 800, 1200 cast range? Something ridiculously long.
It is very long.
Okay.
And he's got his Ags now. You can see the radius here, if you just hover over it. Looks bigger
long.
on your screen, actually.
It looks smaller than... Okay, it increases as he levels up. So at level 16, it's going to be bigger as well.
Okay. Yeah, learn 850 instead of 700.
I didn't know it gives you a big... Is it a bigger AoE? It already has an AoE, right? Or no, it doesn't?
You can see causes the greater bash to hit an area around the initial target.
Okay. Do you
So
know,
it's an AoE greater bash.
Do you know what the AoE is? Is
It's
it,
pretty small, I think.
Is it like a double
250?
edge?
It says 250.
Okay. And it gets...
So it's like a kind of like a cleave bash, basically.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
Which sounds amazing, but I mean, in practice, it's like, are they going to be clumped? Is the question.
Yeah, I apologize for not knowing, you know, my mechanics of access.
Learning with Lumi.
This is the thing is, this is pretty ass of an item. Listen to LD, get your BKB, man. Don't get this thing. But we'll see if it works, man.
I don't know if they need to listen to me, but I think they need to listen to the game, and the game is saying you're never getting your charges off.
Look, man, all he's gonna do, he's gonna get a 4-man Nether Strike AoE proc. Watch this.
Well, here we go. I think we're finally gonna have a fight. Hani, BKB's up, drops the Astral. He's got the gem. Now they're charging him.
Cancels.
Immediate cancel. He's just stuck in the trees. Nexus is having like one of the worst Spirit Breaker games I've ever seen. Now Trixie taking a lot of damage, dropping fast the meteor. The BKBs, the magic immunity, too much for RoX.KiS to deal with. Solo driven back, staffing through the trees
to freedom.
Solo, when this guy feels like winning and trying, I mean, man, he can put some plays on.
There you go. All right. Still no ultimate from our Spirit Breaker with the Acceptor just yet. Meanwhile, we do have a little bit of backdoor attempt up top, or split push attempt.
Where's that AoE bash?
Here we go.
Got what? No, he dodged the bash. Oh my god, what a play!
Where's the black hole? There's no black hole. No mana.
No mana. He had the solar and didn't use it in time. That was a sensational dodge.
Oh man, that was some amazing stuff. We're gonna have blink in 2 seconds. That means Solo's dead.
Force staff, 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's
Solo can't solo your way out of this one. Dota's a team game, Lumi.
It is.
Nature's Problem was pushing top during that time. The tier 2 fell, so something going the way of RoX.KiS, but
do you feel like it's somewhat unfair that you cannot bash the Lifestealer out of the wombs of that Enigma?
What, like you can't smash him out of
Enigma's
ethereal body? Or
yeah, why not, right? You just get some flavor in this game.
Yeah, it's like that would be awesome if like not only do you bash him, but you also kill the Enigma because you like rip the Lifestealer out of his body. Yeah, that would make Spirit Breaker pretty good.
Yeah, it could be a bug.
If you could just insta-kill anyone that got infested when they get Greater Bash.
I mean,
it's such a rare scenario. Why not?
Why not? All right, we see.
Can you imagine if TI4 gets decided by that? Like Fountain Hooks?
Okay, I see it. Navi on the brink of elimination against Tong Fu, you know? Just
I see your Fountain Hooks and I raise you with insta-kill bashes on anyone who's infested.
Oh, man.
I don't know if we want that.
By the way, a lot of AI picked up on Hani, and he's getting charged, which, by the way, I'm going to predict this charge is going to get disrupted or canceled. Most likely canceled. There you go.
Yeah. So, for Fnatic right now, we just haven't seen many track kills. Like, I feel like if they just had a few more one-sided fights, the game would be over.
Yeah. I can't believe if Spirit Breaker going to carry this game with the Acceptor, I'm going to lose it.
I mean, the thing is, like...
It's okay. It gives them good HP, I guess.
There's just so many ways to cancel charge, and I mean, ultimately, I guess you can just walk in and use your Nether Strike, but ideally, as Spirit Breaker, you want that full duration lockdown. Charge of Darkness, maybe get one Greater Bash, and then drop the Nether Strike.
Okay, big line being drawn on the minimap. No tell rallying his team. There is Black Hole in this fight. Hopefully has mana to use it. Where's a mech? Is there a mech on Noto? Yeah, there has been one for quite a bit. I feel like this game is just so wacky that it's hard for me to keep track of it. There's like random stuff going on.
And now we're going to have a big smoke from Rox Kiss. It's definitely been a wild ride.
There's four 4-staff on RoX.KiS.
Yeah, they're just trying to kite the Lifestealer. Just outlast him. I guess the issue is if they get caught by Black Hole, that's not going to matter.
Alright, charge on the high ground. That's Tim by himself. There's an ultimate immediately being used. They're going on Hani, but there's no follow-up damage. It's retreat. Solo 4-staff on the high ground. He's got a 4-staff back to the low ground. Still alive. Can we get another charge back out? No, it's still on cooldown, and well, Nexus is going to be dead. Needs that BKB, man. You need it badly.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I was saying with the even if you get the bash, it's just it's not like a game-breaking item. You get that bash, and then they were still sitting at full HP basically.
Okay, multiple 4-staff being used. Yoldo
tracked up, driven back by the familiars.
These birds, man. Disruption.
Too strong.
Alive. Okay, but he's dead.
Yeah, he's gonna fall. Now a Trackle to BZZ is perfect. 4-staffing to the high ground. No way out for him. Can't run even with all these 4-staffs. The move speed just completely counters them. There is some split push going on bottom lane. Sadoy trying to TP out. There's an Astral OD ult dropped. I guess, was he thinking that would give vision? I don't think it does.
It does not. I can guarantee you that.
I think that was just a, what the hell. I'll throw my ult out here. Maybe it gives me vision.
That thing has a pretty long cooldown, so I don't know.
That's the only reason I can think of to use it, because there was no way that was going to kill him.
Okay, BKB's up on Fnatic Fly, and that means the only thing that can cancel him is that Spirit Breaker ultimate. Spirit Breaker, again, on the charge, rage dodge it. Here comes the ultimate, crashing him out of the trees.
He's not taking damage.
And suddenly Sadoy says, wait, I thought the Sprout's going to protect me. There's a nice Sprout coming in, and Arrow's on the run. We have ultimate coming off cooldown very soon. Blink, Black Hole, Nexus going to get caught, and he is dead.
Oy, oy, oy. Easy kills here, and possibly some disappointed RoX.KiS betters. It looks like there won't be easy rares at the rate this is going. Bet's probably getting refunded. Fnatic now leading by 11k gold, 13k experience. Another big fight going their way, and finally they hit a nice Black Hole. And the fight just completely blown wide open.
Man, LDD, there's tournament lives on the line, and all you can do is talking about that in common. That gets refunded.
Yeah, I mean, the more important thing, of course, in all seriousness, is Fnatic keeping themselves alive.
Yeah, they have to win this game and 5 more.
And then they have to 4 more. They have to 2-0 Na'Vi, right, and then somebody else to advance. Or to
Scary
be tied.
Phase, maybe something like that.
Yeah, I think they have one easier opponent, at least in theory, and then there's Na'Vi. So
I'm gonna say Scary Phase is easier than Na'Vi. I'll guarantee that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's like an auto win for Fnatic though.
No, it definitely is not. This Invoker missing spells, I guess. Man.
I mean, Fnatic was just playing so damn well at TI3. I would love to see them kind of get back to that point. But here comes a big charge. Where's that AoE Greater Bash? He stuns everyone, then he just dies anyway. Trixie's gonna fall. It's a nice item conceptually, but I don't know. You need damage. Like, you need someone else to be doing the damage if you're gonna go for this.
Well, Invoker's supposed to be damage healer, but
Sador 4-staffs himself up the cliff into the waiting arms of Era, who immediately bashes him and then kills him.
Era's
that was pretty funny.
I mean, the Rax is still alive right now. Sort of.
Not
it's
for
like
too
half
long.
dead.
Yeah, I mean, Fly is tanking these Fort Spirits. They start to hit harder and harder, but Era comes in, cleans them up. He'll dive BZZ. They're having some fun.
Oh. How do they see him?
Blowing him up. Easy kills. Now your charge coming through. Hits 2. Nice Astral, though. Keeping him alive. There is an Aghanim Scepter ultimate available. Fly probably going to go down unless he gets bashed. There's your Ags ult. We'll get him. Gem hits the deck.
Get the kill. That's an escape. That's a place.
Perfectly played. Now Nexus to TP out, but Yol, he might not be so lucky. They're kiting him really nicely. Era gets one more bash. The Bash Lord is back, and in spite of all the 4 stats, in spite of the nice escape, still, they're losing heroes left, right, and center. Racks have already fallen, and Era is richer than God. 12-1 and 11, 17k net worth. Easy game for him.
All right, I hear the charge. Where the hell is it going?
He is charging the top lane.
All right. That's some
He's
stuff.
charging Eidolons. They're actually a creep. And they're diving the base.
You know, sometimes you gotta just split push. I think he just stuck himself in the trees with that teleport throw. I think this game is safe to say. One person has already given up. 4-staff on Sadoy trying to run away. The mech for himself. Another 4-staff back out, but there's no amount of 4-staff to get you out of that one.
This is a total beatdown, and Solo, he was a little cheeky after game 1, but well-mannered after game 2. In the end, it will be a 1-1 tie. Rox KiS, they could have just secured second place. Now, if Fnatic win out 4-0, it would technically be a tie, and then it just comes down to tiebreakers.
All right. I wouldn't mind seeing these two teams play again. These are fairly good games.
Yeah, and I feel like both teams, they've shown us better games in the past. So I would be excited to see if they step it up when it's actually a guaranteed elimination game.
All right, Spiritbreaker, we charge Trixie in.
Nice attempt there with the TP.
Okay.
Gets canceled.
Okay. Ult.
A little.
Oh, man.
Look at this all chat from RoX.KiS. They're firing some shots here at solo.
Look at these BM Central One and Fountain.
There's a lot of BM in these games. Between the solo comments, BZZ complaining about solo and all chat.
We've seen worse.
We've definitely seen worse.
Yeah.
What a series, though. It's been a fun day.
It's quite fun, in fact.
I still enjoyed this game. I do feel like if they had run Nyx mid, Invoker safe lane, Spiritbreaker support, I think that would have worked better.
Or maybe get a BKB first before the Axe Scepter.
Yeah, maybe that as well. And also just try and kill the bounty hunter more. I felt like they didn't do enough of that.
But it's like you said, the ticking time bomb of Enigma coming out jungle to blink and huge win game.
He had 20 assists. I think Fly actually played quite well.
Yeah, I agree.
So with that being said, hopefully Kawa's still with us. Kawa?
Yes, in spirit.
Kawa, please. God. I think Kawa fell asleep, guys. All right. Libby,
well,
you want to wrap this one up?
All right. So for the WePlay, we are done with this series. Tomorrow, I think we have. Oh God, shit.
Oh, 1 second. I'll show you the group first.
Yeah, I'll show you the group. I'm trying to go join Dota. Join Dota, no cooperate. Okay. Alright, so it's looking like Navi should be able. All they have to do is Scary Face, which should not be too hard. RoX.KiS is done in this group in terms of the games that they have to play. Poseidon, if they do 2-0 their next opponent, which I don't know who it is, they will take second. So it's up to Poseidon to, seal their own fate.
Yeah, and coming up tomorrow.
I can't check join Dota, so
I'm checking right
let me know.
We'll get back to you guys on that. We'll show you guys the schedule. We will have more WePlay at Ace tomorrow. But that's going to do it for now.
What LD said, if you could hear him shouting across the room. We're done for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will have the rebroadcast coming up next. And hope you guys enjoyed it. It's LD, Luminous, as well as the rest of Beyond Summit signing out to you guys.